Sup lads, it's your boy Bandana-Boi, and Spain versus Belgium in the 2026 World Cup quarterfinals ends up in Spain taking the win 2-win against Belgium, in none other than their star man saving them in the last minute in Mikel Merino. This guy is insane for Spain. Whenever they need him, he is there. Whenever they need someone to score, he is there. He isn't even the star player at the clubs that he's at, like Arsenal at the moment. And even when he was at Real Sociedad, he was a great player, but he isn't the main man. However, when you want that clutch gene, when you want that last minute goal, there isn't a single player on that Spain squad that is more clutch than him. He gets subbed in the 86th minute. The game's almost over. They might have just subbed him in so that he can do something in extra time. But Mickey Merino says, no, I'm not gonna go to extra time. I'm gonna score. Within 2 minutes, in the 88th minute, he's able to score and put Spain 2-1 up. It is unfortunate that both of Spain's goals were rebounds, so they weren't the most aesthetically pleasing. But at the end of the day, a goal is a goal, and Mikel Merino was there at the right place, in the right time, and he got past the Belgium defense, and he was able to score. Let's look at the start of the game, though. I'm not gonna lie, throughout the World Cup so far, Belgium and Spain haven't been the most consistent teams in the tournament. Some games they look really good, they look like they are straight up contenders, and other games they look like they shouldn't even be playing. For example, Spain's last game against Portugal was one of the least entertaining matches I had seen, and this one was actually a pretty good game. Same thing with Belgium. I didn't see the round of 16 game, but in the group stages, some of the games they looked really bad, and in other games they looked pretty good. So this game was really up in the air, and it could have gone either way, just on who was feeling better on the day. But thankfully, both teams did put in a decent effort. It's not like it was a total domination from Spain, even though they did have more of the possession and they did complete more passes. They looked much better within the first 30 minutes and even the first half, and during the entire game, the Belgium looked very dangerous on the counter attack. Jeremy Doku, he is an absolutely great player. He did give Spain a foul just outside of Belgium's box in the first 30 minutes or so, but thankfully Courtois was able to save it. And Courtois, it feels like almost every World Cup game at this point, and it almost sounds cheesy. I'm just praising the goalkeepers. I know I said that I love goalkeepers, but it feels so tough for every single country's goalkeeper. Because so far in these knockout rounds, I have yet to watch a game where a goalkeeper has made a mistake. It's either the shot is just going top bins and there is no keeper on earth that's gonna save it, or the defenders are basically just making very huge mistakes and they're leaving their goalkeeper on the island to die alone. It almost feels like the goalkeepers at this point have figured out the game. They have perfected it, and there's nothing more they can do. Because as a goalkeeper, sadly, you can't cover the entire goal. And as fast as you are and as agile as you are, some shots are simply impossible to save. So Courtois yet again with an absolutely spectacular game, saving so many shots, so many one-on-one chances, and even the chances that were offside or called a foul, he was still running as fast as he can, rushing the attacker, pressuring him, and saving the shot. And then Belgium, out of nowhere at the end of the first half, score with a great run in behind. We have Castagne, he crosses it in, and Charles de Ketelaere, I hope I said that right, does absolutely great to just get past the Spanish defender and header it in from the 6-yard box. And that put Belgium level heading into the half. Coming out of the second half, it was more of the same. Spain were still generating more chances, and Courtois was simply a brick wall. They couldn't score, they couldn't enter the box, and it looked like it was going to go into additional time. I was even favoring Belgium to win, probably on penalties at that point, because Courtois just looked that good. You couldn't get past him, and as long as there weren't any big Belgium defensive mistakes, then they were most likely gonna go to additional time and penalties. But then, the one thing we didn't want to see happened. Courtois dives, great save, and he gets injured. I don't know if he injured his quad, his leg, or his hip, but he went out, and Belgium's substitute goalkeeper Lamens steps in. Now, I don't want to blame Lamens. They've already gotten knocked out, and it feels really rough for me to say that, oh, it was his fault. The way Merino scored the goal, and the way also Spain scored their first goal, let's go back to that. Danny almost shoots, and then Fabian Ruiz was there to get the rebound. And pretty similar to the second goal. However, the first one, Courtois saved it, and it just happened to rebound to Fabian Ruiz. In the second one, Lamens tried to hold the ball. The ball gets rebounded off his chest, and Mika Merino, he was running, and he got to the ball before Lamens, and guess what? He was able to put it in the back of the net. I know many people are putting it on him, but he had only been in the game for 15, 20 minutes, and it just feels like it's extremely, extremely rough and unlucky. And I want to give a shout out to the Spanish center back, Kubarasi, because that man had some De Bruyne esque passes. His vision is insane. He's playing at center back. I saw two or three long balls that he had passed, like Lamine Yamal. They were so good. Even though Yamal didn't end up scoring from those chances, his eye for the pass is insane. It was so close to being perfect, where the pass is just about too far, or Yamal might be offside. With that being said, lads, congratulations to Spain. They are into the semi-finals, and they face none other than their fellow finalists in the last Euros, France. Will they be able to clinch a victory this time? This is going to be an extremely intense game, and as I said before, who is going to stop France? France, they just look so good. They're in such hot form, and goodness gracious, who's gonna stop them? It might be the Spain squad, it might be not. Depends on who shows up. Because last time, Lamine Yamal showed up, and this time, Spain are looking streaky. It depends. Sometimes they're playing really well, and sometimes they're playing pretty mediocre. And I am extremely excited to see that game. With that being said, there are only two quarterfinal games left, one between Norway and England, and the other between Argentina and Switzerland. I don't know why they put them in the same day. In fact, they're only 4 hours apart. So I don't know why they cramped them, couldn't they have spaced them out between 2 or 3 days? But either way, we shall see who's gonna meet in the semifinals. If I were to guess, I'd want to say Argentina is gonna advance against Switzerland. And between Norway and England, this really goes back to who's the striker that's gonna show up. Is it gonna be Haaland or is it gonna be Kane? Again, I think that's gonna be an electric game, and I'm extremely stoked to watch it. With that being said, lads, tell me what y'all thought about the game. I thought the game was entertaining, and both sides showed up, and they played a good style of football. And tough luck to Belgium. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Tell me what y'all thought in the comment section. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And that's all from me, boy lads. Tschüss!